I have actually a couple of queries, and in fact this is not today, it's been over the last 1 to 2 weeks that we've got queries non-stop of Reliance Industries. At least 7 to 8 viewers each day write to us asking about Reliance Industries, what the way forward. Today both of our viewers, one is coming in from Mr. Preetham Chatterjee. He has Reliance Industries, he got stuck at about 3,000 levels. How much more time can we expect for the stock to go ahead and revisit that level? And the other one also is coming in from Rajesh V. He has 100 shares of Reliance Industries purchased around 3,010 rupees per share. So wants to know by when can we expect some rebound to come in the counter?
See, I think the recent charts for Reliance Industries are not very positive, and especially with the fact that the stock has broken significantly below its long-term moving averages. And we've seen historically that when stocks fall, and especially when Reliance Industries have fallen below its long-term moving averages, there are points when the stock goes into 1 to 3 months of price correction. That doesn't mean that the stock goes into a steep price correction, but the time spent below the long-term moving averages makes the investors as well as traders patience being tested quite significantly. So I believe in that sense, you might probably expect the stock to drag at this 2700 mark. So price wise, yes, the 2700 levels could be attractive given the way the stock has panned out over the last 1 to 2 years and the longer term time frame charts for Reliance Industries. Of course, it's a quality name to have as part of your core portfolio, but just based on this recent break below the long term moving averages, and even the instance of a death crossover where the 50 DM moving average is now falling below the 200 day moving average, that also could probably put some pressure on the stock over the near term. So expecting the stock to drag.
Just trying to take the clock back actually for Reliance, Kunal, because I believe certain similar sort of patch was seen even during 2016-17 or so, right? I think the stock started moving higher post that Jio launch date, isn't it? Yeah. Around that time, I think, because a similar phase of Reliance Industries where it would do absolutely nothing for about 6 to 7 to 8 months, and then all of a sudden you would see a bounce back, and then you would think that this sort of a rally would continue for the stock going ahead.
No, in fact, I remember that data point from 2007 to 2017. There was a 10-year period for Reliance Industries where the stock, adjusted to the current values, was stuck into a 200-point range. Now, it was 550 to I think 350, 400 approximately for Reliance Industries at that point. So, when a stock goes into those kind of cyclical tendencies, it has this habit of getting into an odd phase of correction. But if you're a long-term investor, of course, buying the dip is a very good strategy. But if you're a short-term trader, then you could, you may probably get a bit nervous, because if the stock remains into lower end of the price range, you might probably expect that when could the momentum come back again. So, if you're a long-term investor, then I think buying the dips could be a good strategy. Short-term investor-wise, I think the stock may drag a bit more.
So is that chart on the screen a clear depiction of what you were trying to say? From 2010 to 17 did absolutely nothing, and then the jump come in.
Exactly.
Right. So, but the key is not to be perturbed by this sort of a move in Reliance Industries.
Yeah, these short-term moves, these short-term corrections would keep on happening. That's part and parcel for even every stock, every asset class at play. So I think if you're worried with a short-term play, if you're expecting that when the stock would come back into the 3,000 mark, that may not be a better strategy. It's best to try and look at that this stock is a quality and you should hold on to the stock from a long term.
Gaurang, you want to add anything on Reliance Industries?
Well, I think this stock is going to be on each and every fund manager's buying list, Cheryl, and of course large investors as well. So let me give a disclosure. We have a target somewhere close to about 3,400 on Reliance Industries from a long-term point of view, and we've been covering this stock for many years now.
All right, so that's the fundamental as well as technical take for both the viewers, short-term as well as long-term investors on Reliance Industries. But
there comes a time when your heart calls for you to arise. Plant your feet solid into the ground. Decide your own limits, and then break right through them. Become something more. It's my time to rise.